Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, Financial Advice. I'm Ashton, and I added Sirius XM to my watch list. Now, in 1994, this company became public. Around the year 2000, it got a little bit of hate, and for good reason. The company had a lot of hype. The stock price had gone up really high. A lot of people were investing. They wanted to catch in on this new radio technology. A satellite launched into space, cost a lot of money, but the business had a lot of debt and the bubble popped. The stock price declined. A lot of people lost a lot of money. So I understand from that perspective if you're kind of like, I don't like this company. The company has always had the rumor of going bankrupt, especially around that time. And it almost did in 2009, but Liberty Media was able to pull together some money and keep this company alive. I now believe this company is on the verge of a healthy comeback, so just hear me out. The service they provide is radio from satellite, from your electronic devices. There's apps for Sirius XM, and they bought Pandora. So they've been adding to their service as well. The service they provide is more fitting for 2020 and for the future. New cars, if you buy a car, it might come with Sirius XM depending on who they're partnered or affiliated with. And it's relatively affordable. $2, $5, you could have this radio with no commercials. It's convenient. I had a free service for about 3 months when I bought my car, and I enjoyed it. As I said, the company bought Pandora in 2018. If you're not familiar with Pandora, it's like Spotify. Sirius paid about $3.5 billion to acquire Pandora, and it's already been paying for itself. The ad revenue alone for Pandora from 2019 was $1.2 billion. With the subscribers and everything going on, the total revenue is about $8 billion. The net income for Sirius XM on their financial statement is $914 million, and it's been profitable for the last 4 years. Now that includes all its subsidiaries. I can't pinpoint the exact profit from Pandora alone, but it's included in this $914 million figure. The year prior, $1 billion. The year prior to that, $647 million. 2016, it was $745 million profit. So what's keeping the stock price down? If you look at the stock today, it was at $7 just a few months ago, and right now it is at $5.92. It's about to hit the $6 mark. It might stay around there for a while. If we take a look at the balance sheet, retained earnings for 2019, it was a negative $1 billion, so $1.1 billion negative. Then you might not understand, what the heck is retained earnings? It's negative. How bad is this? Well, lucky for you, I'm an accountant and I'm going to explain it. Retained earnings is the accumulated portion of net income that is not distributed to shareholders. The money that the company is retaining for itself, and it gets zeroed out at the end of the year. But sometimes it can become negative. How? It means that the company is paying out more than what it earns. Simply, it's a deficit. When it's negative, it's known as a accumulated deficit. To break it down even more, the company has more debt than what it has earned. So the debt of the company gets applied to the retained earnings and can make it negative. Even Microsoft has had a negative retained earnings, I believe around 2011, so it's normal to a sense. And the reason why they had a negative deficit or a negative retained earnings is because, if I remember, they were buying a lot of their shares and maybe distributing dividends, so that has an effect to where your retained earnings can become negative. In this case, we have to look back 10 years. It's when you see a retained earnings for many years, it's best to look for the last 10 years to see what's going on exactly. It means the company is close to bankruptcy, which this company has been. Back in 2009, it was really close to bankruptcy. In 2009, the retained earnings was a negative $10 billion. Whew! Could you imagine? And the profit wasn't good back then. The retained earnings have been improving. It is doing well. It went from 10 billion to a negative 1 billion in 10 years. So in 2020 or early 2021, this company is going to break out from its accumulated deficit. It will finally have a positive retained earnings. Investors will recognize this, and the price of the stock, I believe, will continue to climb upwards as long as this company stays the course, stays how it's going. It will do very well. I believe it is there. It is there, and today I would take the risk to invest in this company. I'm excited to see where this company goes in the next 5 years. I hope you've expanded your knowledge with this financial advice that I gave you so willingly. How do you feel? If you got a different opinion, leave a comment below. And of course, like, subscribe. That's been my financial advice. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Your Pandora Premium session has ended, but all your playlist songs and albums will be waiting for you when you return.